So, now we'll hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavesh, and he will joining in a minute. Let me check. Are you still feeling hot? Little bit, it's fine. Yeah, actually, they are asking for us to keep the gates open. Otherwise, I will hand it over. So let me welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Guys, a huge round of applause for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's my channel. I'll just wait for our physical audience to get set up. So today I think we have less participation as far as the physical audience is concerned. So we'll try to engage the virtual audience as much as we can. So I just request all of you on the Zoom to please, just be more engaging, interactive throughout the session. And I'd actually request all of you to just keep your cameras turned on so that we can actually have a better engagement. Thank you so much, Komal, for doing that. I'll just quickly start. Sarath, are you coming? Hello. Great. Are you all ready? Thank you. Amazing. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृता धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Very good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear lovely guests. My name is Bhavesh and I am going to be the Toastmasters of the day for this session. The shloka of the Bhagavad Gita with which I have started this session with, I actually said it to set up the mood of the meeting, to set up the theme of the meeting, to set up the context of the meeting. And I'm sure that it gave you goosebumps like it actually gives me every single time I say it, hear it, or even read it. So I think the theme of this session is going to be Krishna's Dharma. Dharma into English loosely translates into saying that righteousness, right? Righteousness in terms of your duties. But before we dive deep into the theme of the session, which I am sure that you all must be anticipating with your unwavering hearts, let me just quickly set up the agenda for this meeting. Like any other normal meeting, any Toastmaster meeting, it actually comprises of 3 sections. The first would be the prepared speech section, where the prepared speaker would be coming along with his or her prepared speech, and he or she will be delivering the speech within the given time frame. The second section is going to be the table topic section, where the table topic master would come along and he or she would be giving us impromptu topics to speak on for 2 to 3 minutes. And last but not the least would be the evaluation section, where the general evaluator with his or her tag team would come along and he or she will be providing us with the valuable feedback which we all should incorporate in our further meetings as well. Without any further ado, I'd like to pass on the virtual dais to the general evaluator for this meeting, who is Toastmaster Ashish. Ashish, I'd love for you to introduce your role and introduce your tag team as well. A big round of applause for Toastmaster.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, And Bhavesh, please help me to turn the camera the other side. I can see and interact with the physical audience as well. Let me begin by starting to tell you a small story which I read just right in the morning today. Once, a person is super passionate to learn archery. Why? Because he wanted to take revenge. Someone did wrong to him and he wanted to give it back. He wanted to learn archery so that he is able to fight with his perpetrator and able to get the revenge from the situation. And he goes to a guru and he asks, Guruji, how long will it take me to learn? And Guru says, it'll take you 2.5 years roughly. But then he says, what if I double down? I practice day and night with all my effort, all my energy. How long will it take? And Guru says, in that case, it will take you 5 years. Like all of you, he is confused. But you told me 2.5 years, and now I am telling you I do it with all my energy, all my passion, and you are saying 5 years? And Guru says something very beautiful. He says, if you are practicing with in a normal capacity, your eyes are all on the journey. But if you are desperate about it, and if you want it so desperately, your one eye is going to be always on the goal, and therefore it will take you double the time. This is what happens even in our communication and leadership journey. We all have our eyes so very glued up to the goal that we end up missing the steps. We end up taking one step at a time, and therefore a lot of time we are just moving in circles. Today, my role is to make sure that in this meeting, all of us, our eyes are glued onto our journey. We are watching each of our step. We are evaluating each step, the way we are doing it, taking some learning out of it, observing what did we do well, observing what is that small little step we can do better next time we are on the stage. And in this massive journey, I am not alone. I have what in Toastmasters we call tag team. Tag team stands for timer, grammarian, and counter. And they help us with three very important dimensions of communications. What are those? Timer will help us to make our speeches concise. Counter will help us to make our speeches clear. And grammarian will help us to make our speeches correct. Without any further ado, let me first invite timer of the day, Toastmaster Kashyap, to come on the stage and introduce his role. With your huge round of applause, the stage is all yours, Toastmaster, guest Kashyap. Toastmaster Kashyap. He is the newest Toastmaster. Yes. Toastmaster Kashyap, stage is all yours.
Yo, thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. Yeah, so as the timer of the day, I mean, this is my first role and I'm still not prepared. So I will be timing the timers, that is using the green, yellow, and the red signals for the table topics, the prepared speeches, and the evaluations. So I will be for the table topics, the speech would be for 2 minutes, where I will flag the green flag for the 1 minute and 1 minute 30 seconds as yellow and 2 minutes as red. And moving on with the prepared speeches, the speeches would be ranging from 5 to 6 minutes, where I will be flagging the green flag for the first 4 minutes, and then 4:30 minutes for the yellow and red for 5 minutes. And then we go for the evaluation, that is 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. Thank you. So we move on for the next tag team.
Yep. Thanks, Kashyap.
Yes.
First, since Kashyap is a debutant, may I request all of you to put your hands together. The best part of Toastmaster session is that we do not judge, but all what we do is to support each other. And that support dimension goes up even further when somebody is taking the role for the first time. Thank you so much, Kashyap. Timer is one of the very diligent role. I can tell you all the speakers and evaluators and table topic speakers are looking up to you to show them the card at the right time. For speeches, the time is green card at 5, yellow at 6, and red card at 7. And likewise, on evaluation, it is 2 minutes green card, 2.5 minutes red yellow card, and 3 minutes red card. Right. And one input from our side, the moment, so first, do not leave the stage till you see the green card. Piece tip number 1. Tip number 2, the moment you have seen the red card, wrap your speech within 30 seconds. You have additional 30 seconds. On our Gurgaon roads, no additional time is given. The moment it is yellow, you cross it, they'll give you fine. But here in Toastmaster, we are kind people, we are gentle people, we will not fine you. You have even after red card 30 more seconds. So take your time, make good use of it. Now the next one is the role of our counter, and today guest Rahul is taking the role of our counter. Physical audience, do we have guest Rahul on the stage?
Yes, we do have.
Super. Guest Rahul, could you come on the stage and introduce your role?
It's Shivam, actually.
It's Shivam actually.
Guest Shivam.
Oh, guest Shivam. All right. So yeah, taken a note. Guest Shivam, could you be on the stage and introduce your role, please?
So thank you, Toastmaster Ashish, for the introduction. So my name is Shivam Pandey, and I will be taking up the role of the R counters. Talking about my role, so as we know in a normal conversation, we often use filler words and the sounds we make like ah, the ums and all that. For an ideal situation, it is not as much. It is not much preferred, and I will be counting that. I will be keeping note of the speakers and how much time they've used the sounds as well as the filler words. And at the end of the day, I will present my report when the general evaluator will call me. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Shivam. Let's give him a huge round of applause. Again, kudos for taking the role as a guest that communicates your commitment to your growth journey. Now, we move to the last but not the least, the role of grammarian. Grammarian will also help us with the word of the day and the idiom of the day. Toastmaster Rashmi, the stage is all yours to introduce your role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guest. So, as a grammarian, I have two jobs for this role. The first part of it is that I'll be keeping track of the good usage of English and not so good usage of English. And the second part is that I'll be giving the word of the day and phrase of the day, and I urge everyone to use it more often. And everyone can give a thumbs up when someone uses the word of the day or the phrase of the day in their speeches. So the phrase of the day is merry-go-round, which refers to a situation that involves a continuous flow of events, often repetitive or chaotic with no clear end. For example, her job felt like a merry-go-round of meeting and deadlines with no real progress being made. So the phrase of the day is merry-go-round. And the word of the day is altruism, which means that selfless concern for the well-being of others. Example, leading to the act of kindness without expecting anything in return. The sentence for this word is her decision to donate half of her salary to charity reflects a strong sense of altruism. I'll be sharing my report at the second part of the meeting. Thank you.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our grammarian Toastmaster Rashmi and giving us those two amazing words and phrases. Recently, all of us know that we lost Mr. Ratan Tata, the person who was a symbol of altruism in our country. And let's give a huge round of applause for all the work that he did. And I think he is a huge inspiration. While he may not be with us anymore physically, but I think his message, his altruism will always remain as an example. And hopefully it will inspire all of us to shun our merry-go-round and embrace altruism. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the day. We all will be back towards the end of the meeting to share with you the evaluation report. The stage is all yours, Bhavesh.
A big round of applause for Toastmaster Ashish for his introduction and the introduction of his lovely tag team. Ladies and gentlemen, coming back to the theme, now I'm sure that you all must be wondering that, Bhavesh, why did you choose this theme which is based on religion? And I think, as mentioned by our surgeon at arms at the start of the meeting as well, that Toastmaster, it actually does not allow us to talk about religion. But believe you me, I'm not going to talk about Hinduism, Islamism, Sikhism, Christianity, Jainism, Buddhism, any of these. What I will be talking about is the religion of life. And how can we actually understand Krishna's 5 pillars of Dharma, understand it, practice it for the well being of not just ourselves, but for the well being of our society, and can become a true altruist. Ladies and gentlemen, you all also must be wondering that why did I choose this theme? Not just to become an altruist person, but I think the sake would be that I've been actually watching a lot of Mahabharata lately, and all these principles of dharma and adharma has been actually hovering over my head. So I just thought that I should be sharing all these principles with you. So let's start with the 5 pillars of dharma, and I'd actually urge Komal, Bhavna, Mayank, and Ashish to please turn on the cameras because this is going to be a highly interactive session, and I'd love for all you veterans to be on the virtual dais because you all are veterans of our Eloquent Toastmasters Club. Let's start with the 5 pillars of Dharma. Now, as I said, that Dharma loosely translates into saying righteousness in English. Now, a quick question to all of you. What is the state of having full information or knowledge about something called? Awareness of something called. And what is the state of having information or being aware of something called? What do we have?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. It becomes the first. It becomes the first pillar of Dharma. And how does knowledge help us? Knowledge actually helps us by calming the intellect of human beings. Isn't it? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. When we are actually having the knowledge about someone or something, what does it do? It just calms the intellect of our personality. We just satiate that, yes, we are aware of this thing or that thing. We are aware of this situation. We are also aware of this person. So, knowledge, it calms the intellect of a person. The second pillar would be, what is the state of when we are actually suffering but still not complaining, in spite and despite of struggles we are facing, but we are still moving on in life? What is that state called? What do we have when we are moving forward in spite and despite of all the complexities in our life, but we are still moving on? What do we have?
Perseverance,
Great. Patience,
patience,
perseverance, all the right words. This becomes the second pillar of righteousness. This becomes the second pillar of dharma. Now, what does it do? What does patience do? What does it do?
help us to make the right choice,
Great.
like decision wise, yeah,
Thank you
like
so
with a
much.
calm mind.
Calms the mind is the right statement I was looking for. Patience actually calms the mind. Have you ever thought about it? Do think about it. How does
It
it
does.
calms our mind? Yes, Toastmaster Dakshina, you would like to add something?
Yeah, because I would say like this, last week itself, there was a meeting going on. All right. So I have joined a new project recently. So this person is in this project since last 10 years. Okay. So there was a basic doubt asked by a new joiner. All right. Instead of screaming, he could have actually told him in a very constructive manner, like, this is what you have to do,
Exactly.
right? Because for him, it was like a cakewalk. But for a new joiner person, it's not a cakewalk. It's like for him breaking a mountain, right? He could have just taken back, he would have like slowed down a bit, and then would have explained him what is the whole process is. That's it. Simple.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing. And I think it actually brings me to the point of saying that when we are actually patient about a situation, when we are actually showcasing this quality of being patient, it actually just think about it. How does it calms our mind? We have a suffering, we have a misery, but we are still going on. What do? We have patience, right? It's calming our mind. And thank you so much for sharing that beautiful example, Toastmaster Dakshita, as well, because I think it beautifully set the context of the second pillar. But moving on to the third pillar. Now, what do we say the state of having deep affection for someone or something?
Attachment.
Love.
Attachment.
Love, attachment. Love becomes this third pillar. Any guesses that which aspect of our personality it would calm down?
Human beings.
Actions.
Where does love reside?
Not expecting just unconditional.
Art.
Heart. 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 Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti. It calms the heart,
Acha.
right? When you are actually in deep affection, deep love with something, isn't your heart satiated? Aren't you all over the place, flying over the moon, and just thinking about that violins are playing in your background? The entire world seems to be pink, right? As Toastmaster Ashish is rightly projecting. Thank you so much. It calms your heart. It calms your heart, my bad. Have you ever thought about it? Do think about it. Moving ahead with the fourth pillar, what is the state of having loyalty towards something? In spite and despite of all the struggles you go through, you are having a loyalty towards something and you are not moving anywhere with respect to that something or someone.
Discipline.
And
Faith.
Commitment.
Faith.
Hopeful.
Solidity.
Hope.
Commitment. Respect.
Trust.
When you are fully in
Dedication.
the moment, when you are just giving yourself all to a person or something.
Dedication. Surrender.
Dedication.
Surrender.
Surrender.
Dedication is the word I was looking for. Who said
Yeah.
dedication? Bhavna.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dedication becomes the fourth pillar. Any guesses? What does it calm down? When we are dedicated to someone or something.
Choices.
Noises.
Choices.
Choices, okay. Any other word from the physical audience? Virtual audience has been talking a lot. And the
Is it our senses that it calms down?
Yeah, senses is a part of what, Mayank?
Body.
Body. Body is the word I was looking for. It calms the body. Think about it. When you are devoted to someone or something, when you are in the moment with full dedication, isn't your body calm? Think about the moment when in all your corporate journeys you are coming out of a very tiring day and it was a fruitful, constructive, productive day. All the adjectives you can use. What do you feel at the end of it all? Your body is going through a sense of calmness. That dedication calms the body. which brings me to the last pillar of what do we call a state of being impartial and fair to someone?
Faithful,
Fairness.
kindness,
Balance.
Other words of fairness would be
Balance.
and looking for the right word,
Being just.
just
justice,
justice. Thank you so much, Vishal.
Justice.
It's justice. Guesses on what justice comes down? Intellect, mind, heart, body. What is left?
So,
Soul. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. In justice calms the soul. I'm liking that how all you have become super interactive, and I have actually little job in this. Think about it. These 5 aspects of our demeanor, of our personality, when they all calms down, intellect, mind, heart, body, and soul. 5 facets, 5 elements of our body. What do we achieve? A feeling. We achieve a feeling in our body. I'm looking for a word here. What do we achieve?
Calmness.
Calmness,
Calmness, of course, we are achieving.
satisfaction,
No. Other words.
Peace.
Other words.
peace,
Fulfillment.
satisfaction,
Satisfaction, fulfillment. I'm looking for the right word. It will come, I know.
surrender,
Think about it. When our intellect, heart, mind, body, soul is at calmness,
complete.
Focus.
enlightenment,
Nirvana.
what do we feel for the rest of the society?
Acceptance.
And I'll not move forward because we have ample time. We have just one speech, so we have ample time.
Joy, happiness.
Kindness. Gratitude.
Acha, that word
Service.
starts from C. Let me give you a hint.
Compassion.
choices,
Compassion.
Compassion is the word. Thank you so much, Jyoti. We develop a feeling of compassion. Now, think about it that when we are compassionate towards the leaves on the trees, when we are compassionate towards the animals on land, under the water, in the sky, when we are compassionate towards the rock, soil, elements of our air, when we are compassionate towards each other, to the fellow beings, isn't that an ideal altruistic state to be in?
right?
Vasudev Krishna says that compassion is the basis of Dharma. When we are practicing these 5 pillars of knowledge, patience, love, dedication, justice, in turn, we are calming the intellect, mind, heart, body, and soul. Ultimately, our goal is to reach the basis of Dharma, which is compassion. We have to understand what compassion means. How can we practice it? And when we are practicing compassion, believe you me, we'll achieve dharma or righteousness. Can we have the cameras on of Komal, Dikshita, Bhavna, Mohit? I'm really enjoying myself. I don't know about you guys, but I am actually having a blast. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll talk about it more in the second half of the session, but just think about it. I'm actually, the objective of this session is for not me to give you a conclusion about anything or everything. I am not a sheer expert who can decode the wise words of Vasudev Krishna. I'm just a beginner, a practitioner, if I may say so. And I'd love for all of you to just think about it. And as the statement goes, have you ever thought about it? Do think about it. Do think about it. Always think about it. But it's time. I'll actually continue this discussion. Meanwhile, you all be thinking about these 5 pillars, 5 aspects. How do we reach compassion, which is basis of dharma? But now it's time for us to move on to the first section of our meeting, which is the prepared speech section, and we have just one speaker today, which is Toastmaster Jyoti Meena. Before I call you on the virtual dais, I'd like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Dikshita, to actually iterate her pathway, objective, and all the things which she will be trying to achieve with her speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Dikshita. Virtual dais is all yours. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Dikshita.
Hi everybody. So today Miss Jyoti Veena is giving her speech for the Path is Level 3 elective project, and the purpose is know your sense of humor. And the title of the speech is Searching for Mr. Right.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dikshita. Searching for the Mr. Right, Toastmaster Jyoti. Toastmaster Jyoti, searching for the Mr. Right. The virtual dais is all yours. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Jyoti. Toastmaster Jyoti, can you hear us? Are you ready?
I think there is some network issue, Toastmaster Bhavesh. I think Toastmaster Jyoti is not in the room right now. So you might continue for a while she joins back. Maybe any one of you could just ping her.
Sure. We'll use this silence to come back to the theme.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, Sharad will check with Toastmaster Jyoti if she is joining. Great. I am sorry for my handwriting and what I'm actually going to do next. I'm even sorry for that. I mean, even more sorry for that. I am going to actually draw a diagram, a drawing here, which will actually elaborate this entire piece into a very beautiful, nice, summarized fashion. I'm going to actually draw a picture of a tree. Pardon for my drawing again. What is the most important part of a tree?
Roots.
Roots,
Trunk,
trunk,
stem,
stem, branches, all these are aspects. I hope you can see the drawing, the virtual audience.
Where is the tree, Bhavesh?
Here is the tree.
Okay.
I am
Two
drawing.
lines.
See.
Let me use
It's
the
okay.
different marker.
Bhavesh, the flaw lies somewhere else.
Dikshita has joined back. Would we like to continue with her speech? I think we can carry on this discussion after her speech. Yes, we are able to see you,
Jyoti.
Jyoti.
Just a second, I just lost the connection, although I was calm throughout, as you just reiterated. Okay, yeah. Am I audible? Yes. Am I visible?
You are audible, visible, everything we need from you. Great. Toastmaster Jyoti searching for the Mr. Right. Searching for Mr. Right, Toastmaster Jyoti. The virtual dais is all yours. A big round of applause.
Raise your hands if you believe the youngest child in your family is the most pampered, loved, and cared for. Amazing. My fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, you all are absolutely wrong. In my family, it's my elder sister, Manisha. She's not just most pampered, but cherished like a brand new car. And me, the second child, like a second-hand car. And if you feel bad for me, meet my younger brother, Raj, treated like a scrap car. So my condition, Way better. Growing up, Raj and I, we face extreme discrimination. Toys, Manisha. Food, Manisha. Clothes, Manisha. Money, you guessed it right, Manisha. She has always been our parents' first choice. I was the backup plan, and Raj was not even on the list. This year, when our parents decided to get her married, Raj and I were over the moon. I was happy because with no brand new car in the showroom, I will get a. And Raj was happy because one down, one more to go. 1 month, 2 months, and 3 months passed. But our parents still hadn't found Mr. Perfect for our sister. Desperate, we decided to take matters into our own hands. And when Gen Z has a problem, there is only one solution.
Like a
Go.
burger.
So we started searching online, and then we discovered this Shadi.com, India's most trusted matrimonial site for finding the perfect match. By the way, it's not a sponsored app, but I really wish it was. Raj and I, we knew we need to start creating our sister's profile. But before that, we need to take the permission from the head of the family. So we headed straight to dad's study, but the door to the kitchen. Because let's be honest, we all know who really rules the house. I said, Mom, Manisha Day is so special. We need to find her a groom from millions and billions. Raj jumped in. Mom, why settle for millions and billions when we can go for trillions? Yes, Mom. So let's create her profile on a matrimonial site. Raj said, yes, Mom, it's as easy as online shopping. Now you know who was the most desperate one. Finally, Mom was convinced. You know why? 1 year of Toastmasters, VP membership, and we started creating our sister's profile, browsing through the membership options. Gold plan, diamond plan, platinum plan. And we went with free trial plan. And it was actually like online shopping. Because just like an end of season sale, grooms with maximum age topped the list. So we applied the age filter and started saying short, dashing, and desperate bachelors. But now height was a problem. So we applied the height filter and started saying tall, dashing, and desperate bachelors. But now salary was a problem. So we applied the salary filter and started saying well-settled, tall, dashing, and desperate bachelors. We clicked on the first profile. Age, check. Height, check. Salary, check. Wait. The bride's requirement said she should be non-working and stay at home. Next. Next. And then, amidst all these imperfect grooms, we spotted the perfect man who passed all our filters. Mom, Mr. Perfect. And she was like, everything seems right except for one thing. He doesn't have hair. Wait a minute. There's no filter for hair. So we had to manually select grooms with hair. We went from one profile to another and then another. But with every profile came unbelievable demands. Fair skin, government job, non-working, cook, age 18, 22. And I was frustrated with all these demands. And I said, are these people gone mad? And Raj said, this is exactly what we are also doing. We are also applying filters. And that is when it hit me hard. We were so busy judging all these grooms based on their external attributes that we forgot to see their inner qualities. We were so busy applying those filters that we forgot to see the real person behind. Have you ever done the same? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we stop using all these filters and stop judging people based on their external outside and start understanding them from the inside. Let's just stop searching for Mr. or Miss Perfect and just start searching for who is right. I went back, deleted my sister's profile, and said to mom, no more filters, mom. Our sister will get married to someone who really cherishes her, like we do. He doesn't need to be well settled, tall, Mr. Dashing. He just needs to be Mr. Right. And she said, everything is right except for one thing. He should have hair. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Hundreds round of applause for Toastmaster Jyoti for this incredible speech. I think as a tall, dashing, and not desperate like human being myself, I was a bit humiliated and embarrassed, but again, it was hilariously done. So thank you so much for your speech, Toastmaster Jyoti. Great. It's time to come back to this. I'm hoping that I'm not actually making you guys bored about this gyan, and you all must be wondering that Bhavesh, we can actually find this information on Wikipedia as well. Why are you giving us this gyan? Sure, you can, but any person in flesh and blood would make more impact, right? Any person who is just amongst or amidst us will make more impact. Great. So before we actually ran into the Toastmaster Jyoti's speech, I was actually embarrassing myself with a fine drawing of a tree. I'll just continue with that drawing. Toastmaster Dikshita, Ashish, Deepak, if you can have the cameras turned on. I'm so sorry to actually give you on the spotlight, but this is essential for this engagement. I'm not going to move ahead unless I get your faces. Toastmaster Deepak. Nevertheless, I hope he's not in the mood, but okay, let's proceed. So, I was actually drawing a picture of a tree, and I hope that the virtual. I'm so sorry, I actually messed it up. I think we need to take a minute for the compliments for Toastmaster Jyoti's speech. So, use your WhatsApp groups, use the Zoom chat to actually give the feedback. I'm so sorry for this mess up, but let's proceed with that first. Take a minutes of time, use your WhatsApp groups and Zoom chat to provide the valuable feedback to Toastmaster Jyoti. I can see a big smile on Toastmaster Jyoti's face. It means that she's getting a nice feedback. We'll wait for another 15-20 seconds. Jyoti, you nailed it. Super hilarious speech. +1 to that comment. Great. I'm sure that your day would be fulfilling, Jyoti, from here onwards. I think you're getting some nice feedback. So thank you so much, everyone who actually shared their feedback with Toastmasters Jyoti. Indeed, it was a hilarious, well-structured speech. Let me pull you back. Thank you so much, everyone. It means a lot. Okay, thank you. Let us come back to this theme. So I'll just quickly complete this drawing of mine. So, of course, this is the trunk of the tree, and these are the roots, and of course, the stems or the branches. I'm so sorry for this pathetic drawing, guys, but bear with me. I hope this is visible to the virtual audience, right? A big thumbs up for that if it is visible. Great.
Two thumbs up to you.
And thank you so much for your smile, Toastmaster Vishaka. I know that it's pathetic, but I appreciate the acknowledgement from your smile. It's great.
I'm really sorry, but this looks like a pataka.
Diwali is coming, well, it's great only. Let's come back to this. So, if the trunk of the tree is dhan, what do you think are the branches?
The pillars.
The 5 pillars.
The
Pillars.
5 pillars.
Sunny Deol and Bobby Deol.
K for knowledge, P is patience, love,
Patience.
education, and justice. And what are the roots?
Compassion.
Basis of dharma, of course, compassion. That's all the content I had for you. Now the content the content which now will be coming in this meeting will be from all of you guys. Now I'm just going to open this forum into a nice group discussion into actually bringing your opinions and thoughts, genuine thoughts, thinkable thoughts on how we can firstly practice these 5 pillars, calm these 5 aspects of our personality, have compassion, and achieve dharma. I know it's a difficult job, but we have ample number of time, as I said. We can actually have a nice group discussion because that's the content I had available on Wikipedia. There is nothing which I have added from my end. Right? Let's start a group discussion. Whosoever would like to say anything after their thought process, after their thinking, please come up, especially from the virtual audience, of course, from the physical audience, and do share your thoughts on any pillar, any aspect, compassion, anything which is coming in your mind. And I love silences, let me tell you. So I'm not going to proceed. Yes, please. Guest Shiva, please.
So I would like to talk about developing patience.
Yeah.
So nowadays, what I'm observing is people's attention span is very much like limited to 1 or 2 minutes. So what they do is they look at some posts and all, and which is about some news and all that. What it's about, let's say, some geopolitical events or something that is you can say a global concern, and they right away believe it just looking at the post. So what I can say is they should have patience and try to explore more about them, just so that they would be on a safer side, or I would say just to be just to explore more and to be right, or just to what do you call this, be sure about the news.
Great.
and don't not spread rumors or fake news or just anything people are posting.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I think we have a feedback in the chat section. Bhavesh, can you repeat the discussion topic? Yes, actually, there is no topic, Toastmaster Dikshita. Topic is just the theme. Whatever I've just mentioned in the first half with this picture, whatever comes in your mind, the idea or the objective is that how can we understand these principles, these pillars? How can we calm these aspects, reach compassion, practice Dharma? That's the path I have showcased like a true teacher. And yes, please talk about Jyoti. We have also Mayank in the lineup. Great. Please go ahead.
So, like, we all have dreams in life, right? So, sometimes it happens that whenever you're following your path towards your dream, you lose patience because you are not getting that instant gratification or, say, validation. And you are like facing a lot of obstacles along the way and you lose patience. But in that moment, if you rather than focusing on your results, if you just focus on your path and just keep on learning, you will also gradually understand how to be grateful for the journey, and then you meanwhile grow how to be more patient, and along with you also learn how to be persistent with your efforts and never ever give up on your dreams, and that is when you actually realize your dreams then.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Toastmaster Mayank, over to you.
Yeah, I don't have a deep expertise or knowledge on this topic, but certainly I have read few books and there are few principles which I definitely try and I feel as well when try to apply those in my life. What I have learned, the key thing to start or to learn anything is self-awareness. That's the starting point to anything and everything. If I want to learn patience, mindfulness, which is sold every day and everywhere, uh, calmness, perseverance, anything, or if I want to pursue towards the path of Dharma, which you very beautifully explained, the very first thing which I need to inculcate in myself is self awareness. And when I say self awareness means I should be aware of my actions, my thought process, what is running in my mind, how I am responding to situations, how I am behaving in a particular situation, or how I am dealing with a challenge. That is the pertinent quality everyone should strive to inculcate or develop to achieve something. That's what I believe.
Thank you for your wise words. Yes, Vishaka.
Again, I also don't have anything too deep to add, but one thing I related with is on the first pillar, which is knowledge. I strongly believe knowledge and learning helps alleviate anxiety to some extent. And personally, what I try to do is I have a list of podcasts I listen to on a daily, on a weekly basis, on a wide range of topics, which just helps me build knowledge on random things. One of the podcasts is also on Mahabharata. I also find it super fascinating. I'd also like to share a story about related to Dharma later when we have time. But yeah, I feel like that really helps me calm my intellect, like you had earlier mentioned.
We have some time now for your story, Vishaka, if you would like to just continue with your story.
Okay. So maybe some of you already know it, but it's actually the story of Vidur, how
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah. You can
Sorry,
just go ahead.
I lost connection. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
so it's the story of Vidur. Some of you might be aware, but I wasn't when I heard about it first on the podcast. So there was apparently a sage called Mandavya who was once meditating on the outskirts of a city in a forest, and he was very deep in meditation. And there was a group of robbers who were passing by his ashram, and they were being followed by the king's guards. So these robbers decided to hide in Mandavya's ashram with whatever they had stolen from the king. And when the guards reached the ashram, they asked Mandavya, "Have you seen the robbers?" But since he was so deep in meditation, he didn't hear them. Meanwhile, the guards had gone inside the ashram and found the robbers and the hidden treasure as well. And they came out and decided that Mandavya would be the one who is the mastermind, and he's being arrogant by not responding to them. So, on the king's orders, they put a spear through Mandavya's chest. And surprisingly, Mandavya did not die, but he was in extreme pain. So, in that pain, he called out to Dharmraj, Lord Dharmraj, the Lord of Dharma, and decided to ask him, despite me being such a noble human being and all I've done is meditated all my life, why am I going through so much pain? So Dharmraj tells him that it's because when you were younger, you had unknowingly hurt some birds and animals, and every action has a consequence, and because of that, you're going through this pain today. So Mandavya gets extremely angry. He thinks it's a very unfair punishment for something he did as a child. So he decides to curse Lord Dharmraj. And that's how, and he tells him that you are going to be born as a human, like you need to be born as a human and spend time on earth. And that form of Dharmraj is Vidur. So that's how Vidur was born. And that's why he's also like a form of Dharmraj. And he was so wise and everyone went to him for advice, etc. So that's the origin of Vidur.
Can we have a big round of applause for this? This was in a way a speech of your Toastmaster Vishakha. If you have not actually delivered it, it should be your first speech, because I think this story goes back to saying that I don't know how many of you actually believe in the concept of reincarnation. I know it is looked down upon as well in our now urban society, so to say, but I truly believe in that. And I truly believe in the concept of old souls, new souls. And if you are coming from your past and if there is some leftover karma, and if you have not understood the basis of dharma, which is compassion, how to practice and understand compassion, I think you're going to take many more lives. We'll just take one more thought process, I think. Toastmaster Ashish, I saw that you were in some deep thinking like this.
Bhavesh, come to me after TTM. I am doing something on my mobile. Just come to me after TTM if you can have TTM now.
Great, great. But we'll just take one more thought process. Yeah, Sharad.
So I think you beautifully mentioned these five pillars, and it is a must for a person to be feel compassionate. And I think those who master these five pillars, then he will be the most happiest person in this world. And for mastering these five principle, I think we should devote some time on daily basis, like daily having a meditation for an 15 minutes to half an hour can help me in getting a patience and dedication, and reading from the books can help in getting the right knowledge, not about the dharma but whichever the following the person who believes in it. So this is the way which someone can truly master all these things. But I said no one is perfect, but devoting some time to all this principle would help and getting him happiness in his life.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Before we actually quickly go on, yes, Komal has something to share. Great.
Yes, I also want to add one thing. Like I am also learning about how I would able to be more patient. So I have learned in a book, like when you focus on results, like you will be more impatient. So rather than focusing on result, you should focus on the process and the system. So if you want to lose weight, or if you want to become a like best speaker, you have to enjoy the process, or you be on that process. So that's when I am not looking for for 3 months, for 4 months I have to lose this much of weight. Rather than I started enjoying the process, and I'm feeling more patient now these days. So I think this would be the becoming more patient. This is the mantra for it.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing mantra with all of us. I'll just say one last line before we actually go into our next section. And I actually love every one of you to just hear these words very keenly, right? Drawing attention from all of you. And these are not my words, of course. I actually read it somewhere. I'm sure that many of you must have also heard or read it. And we talk about happiness and peace, right? A lot of times that we want to achieve happiness and peace, etc. Now, just hear this statement out. Happiness is peace in motion. Peace is happiness at rest. You can convert peace into happiness, but not happiness into peace. Have you ever thought about it? Do think about it.
Can you repeat it?
I'll just repeat it once more. Happiness is peace in motion, and peace is happiness at rest. You can convert peace into happiness, but not happiness into peace. Let me quickly pass on to the table topic section. I'm sure that Toastmaster Mayank will be having a lot of interesting topics for us. So the virtual dias will be all yours, Toastmaster Mayank. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Mayank.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavesh, and hello, everyone. What an incredible session. Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavesh, for this. I hope I am clearly audible and visible as well. All right. January 2024, when I started my Toastmaster journey. In the very first session, I was asked to stand up and speak on a spontaneous topic. For the first 40 seconds, I could hear my heartbeat, and I don't know what I spoke after that. And even till today, after 9 months into the journey, I am still scared of table topic discussion. But there are numerous benefits of table topic discussion. And 2 weeks back, when Toastmaster Rashmi was the table topic master, I distinctly remember she asked the audience that what are the benefits of table topic discussion, and we received a thunderous response to her question, and people shared their perspective. Upon deep thinking, I want to share one untold benefit as well, which I personally believe. Our lives are also like table topic discussion. Our lives puts us on the spot with an unknown topic, and we are supposed to give a response. That is what, ladies and gentlemen, in my view, is an untold benefit of table topic discussion. The bigger question here is how to excel in table topic discussion. And I'm still struggling with that. But let me tell you what I learned in 9 months. I learned from my favorite 3 table topic speakers I want to call out here as well. Toastmaster Ashish, Toastmaster Chintan, and Toastmaster Bhavesh. My favorite table topic speakers, what I learned from them. Before I start the table topic discussion, I want to give the Guru Mantra. And the Guru Mantra is, don't give the answer, rather weave a story. I repeat, don't give the answer, rather weave a story when you are speaking on a table topic discussion. With this, I will move on to the table topics for the day, and I'm very good in putting the people on the spot, unless you raise hands yourself. So let me know who wants to go first. No one is raising hand?
Jyoti is there.
Jyoti has
Okay, Jyoti. All right, Jyoti, we'll start with you first. This is the festive time going on, so I have some funny and interesting topics. So the topic for you is, and I'll say it 2 times, what is the weirdest thing you have ever searched on Google? What is the weirdest thing you have ever searched on Google? You're on mute, just unmute yourself, Jyoti.
All right. The weirdest thing that I've ever actually searched on Google is none other than that I stated in my speech shadi.com, because I have never ever imagined in my life that I'll be finding a groom for my sister online. And I did it so. And during that
Wait, is it my internet or Jyoti's internet?
Jyoti's in the
Jyoti's
just
internet. Yeah. It's playing games today.
just like we filter and add people in our cart, add items in our cart, we were actually doing the same. And like the comments that we were making, oh no, the height of this guy is not good. Oh no, this guy is a little bit fat. Oh no, the salary is not good. Oh no, the experience is not good with the job. We were actually criticizing each and every element, like we criticize the object and see the reviews of every object online, right? And and then in that entire process, we figured out that it is more tough than online shopping also. Because in online shopping, we can have reviews. But in groom shopping or groom selection, we don't have reviews. It's just one time. You can have no guarantee or warranty for that. And that throughout that process, it actually hit me very hard. Why are we so, judging everything about the person rather than just looking into their heart, rather than just knowing about their character? We just want everyone to be perfect with the looks, with the salary, with the height, and everything. But have you ever heard or have you ever tried to hear that inner voice of that person? What that inner person means? What that person's character is all about? What's that person's perception about Dharma? What's that person's perception about you as his or her life partner? So rather than searching for real things online, it's time that we search for real thing in our real world. That is a true heart. Back to you, favorite topic master.
Thank you. What an amazing message. Thank you, Toastmaster Jyoti. I know the pain and I can correlate with that because I found my partner on shadi.com. So I know that very well. Okay, moving on to the second topic. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Okay, Ashish, let me find the most difficult topic for you. Okay, if you could be any villain from Bollywood or Hollywood, whatever you would like, which one would you choose and why? If you could be any villain from Bollywood or Hollywood, which one you would choose and why?
Villain. Who's your favorite villain, Toastmasters? When it comes to
Gambo.
me, I have to think very hard because there were many, very honestly. But I think the one whom I'm going to talk about is someone who changed the definition of villain. All of you would remember in early 90s when Shah Rukh Khan came into the movies. In the initial couple of his movies, he actually acted as a villain. And I think from that point onwards, the outlook of villains changed. And before I talk about villain, let me tell you a story. Till very late, when people used to do high jump, they were doing a scissor high jump. They used to jump with their legs in a scissor position and go for a certain height. But then there was this guy called Fosbury. He's known as Foss, who did a different approach. Instead of jumping forward, he jumped on his back. And that set a new dimension, that set a new way of working. And nowadays, when anybody does something different, it's called as Foss flop. Likewise, I personally think this example of Shah Rukh Khan is like a Foss flop. He told us that villains need to be also understood. Villains also have heart. They are also chasing something which is dear to them. So why to judge them adversely? Perhaps each one of us also have within us that villain who's chasing something which we like and others might not. Do we want others to judge us? And likewise, I personally believe we should not be judging others as well. And that is one beautiful message given by Shah Rukh Khan in his initial movies. And he happens to be my favorite villain. What about you, table topic master?
Wow. I don't know about villain Ashish, but for us, you will continue to be our hero of Toastmaster. Thank you for this lovely talk. Who wants to go next?
Vishaka has raised her hand, madam.
Yes, Toastmaster Vishakha. The topic for
Mayank, I
you.
would just like to say I'm very nervous. It's my first table
It's okay.
topic. Please give me an easy one.
All right. So the easy one for
Especially,
you is Vishakha, if you were invisible for a day, what would you do? If you were invisible for a day, what would you do?
Mhm. Okay. Um, I'll start.
Please.
I think I think if I, how they ask you that question, what superpower would you like? This would be my answer to that, to be invisible for a day. It'd be so interesting to see what happens when you're not physically present somewhere. What I would choose to do is a little silly, maybe, but I would choose to be home with my dog, but invisible. So my dog, I just want to observe in the entire day what my dog does when people are not there. I recently actually got a dog. I'm fostering this dog for a few weeks. And the amount of love that this dog has gotten into our lives is just incredible. I've never owned a pet before in life, but now I understand why people who own pets love them to death. And in the short span of a week, I have fallen head over heels in love with this dog. And the best part about this dog, her name is Milky. Uh, if I move from one room to another, she has to move with me and be in the same space as me. Since I'm the one who's at home the entire day, my husband uh, is out for work. So she needs my company desperately and needs to be in the same room as me and preferably also in touch with me, in close contact with me. So I would love to see what she would do if both of us are not there. What things would she be biting on? Which rooms would she be mostly spending her time in? What would she uh yeah, just all of that. What would she eat? Uh so I think that's what I would want to do if I was invisible for a day.
Wow.
I
Very
think I didn't
nicely
finish
explained.
the
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
no, I didn't, I think, finish the time. I don't know. I didn't notice
That's
the yellow
okay.
or
That's
okay.
okay. It
Yeah.
was nicely explained. And sometimes and some days we all want to be invisible to be away from this hustle and bustle of this society. Nicely
Yeah.
explained. Okay, the next. Anyone from the in-person audience? Rashmi. Toastmaster Rashmi, please come on to the stage. All right, Toastmaster Rashmi, the topic for you is you have been given the power to make one rule that everyone must follow. What would that rule be?
One
You
rule.
have been you have been given to make one rule that everyone must follow. What would that rule be? Don't talk about traffic rules in Gurgaon.
So rules. Actually, I'm the person who doesn't like to follow the rules at all. So, but if I would have given the chance to tell a rule that everyone should follow is I can't think of any rule right now. Mayank, any other topic?
Okay, no worries. You can try anything from what
Okay.
Bhavesh explained in last 2 hours. Any rule from that you want to make
That's
for
true.
everyone?
Seems like I'm so sorry for doing that to you.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone likes to follow. No, give me any other topic.
Okay.
Can't think
That's
of.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. The next topic for you is this is the easy one. If you were given a chance to play an actual role in Ramayana or Mahabharata, what would that be and why? If you were given a chance to play an actual role in Ramayana or Mahabharata, what would that be and why? And it can be gender neutral, no need to be female specific.
So Ramayan is very close to me and my family because when at the time of the COVID, when you remember that in the TV or during that time when everything is closed, movies were closed, and everyone was watching either Netflix or TV. So Ramayan was Ramayan was introduced by, I don't remember the famous director of that movie, but it's one of the famous Ramayans that everyone in our family used to sit together and watch. So if I want to become a character in that Ramayan, then I would choose the role of either Love and Kush, because Love or Kush were the most naughty kids, or the ones who understood, who lived in the cotis and under monks, and learned a lot of things about the dharma, and along with that, Love and Kush enjoyed, and I'm getting nervous today.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's perfectly fine. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Toastmaster Rashmi. That's perfectly fine. What would have Bhavesh responded if I had given this topic to him? Bhavesh, I cannot see you.
I'm here. I was
What
just
would what you would have responded? To be Lord Krishna? To have girls all around you?
That I can anyway No, I have actually chosen, and I was actually thinking about it from the last 2 to 3 months, that who is my favorite character from Mahabharata or Ramayana. And I'm a man, but I'd love to be Draupadi. I think she would be my most favorite character because of umpteen number of reasons. But I think I've been actually reading this book, which I think that you have also read. It's called Illusions of
Palace of Illusion.
Palace of Illusions. Huh? I'm so sorry for the name mistaken, but yes, I think I have been actually reading that book, and it is so triggering, if I may say so, because that entire story, which I was aware of uh, earlier, it changed my frame of mind altogether in a way that female perspective back then, they were worshipped, they were taken care of, but I think it was highly misplaced because all these stories. I'm not doing a table topic. I'm just sharing my thoughts. But I think back then, their opinions weren't heard, and whatever we see on TV, movies, it's all from a male perspective. Draupadi character was like itself. I would like to say that there are a lot of misrepresentations, whatever we know of Draupadi. B, I think from her opinion, the story was not about Adharm or Dharm. It was actually about that how a woman who was literally born from the fire can have a say, who has no understanding of the world politics, ecology, etc., who was just learning. One thing I would like to highlight, and I think it actually became my personal favorite. We talk about this, that male and females cannot be friends. back in the day, this was again questioned at the friendship of Lord Krishna and Draupadi as well. And Lord Krishna always used to say her Sakhi Sakhi. And she used to respond back by saying Govind Govind. That dynamic, that friendship of a male and a female bond, which every female yearns for a male best friend, I think so. Every male yearns for like a female best friend. That dynamic was taught, and in that book, it was so beautifully explained, so well versed, and I just fell in love with. So I think her Draupadi, her bond with Vasudev Krishna, what she was experiencing as she was going through this entire phase of uh, marrying five men, derobing in the public, etc. I think all those experiences defines her beauty, dignity, and character till date. So I think if any woman or man would like to take inspiration from any historical character, it has to be Draupadi, in my opinion.
Wow. Very beautifully explained. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavesh. So I don't know how much time we have. Maybe we can go with one more. And this time I would request any guest, like guest Mohit, I can see you. Are you okay if we give you a table topic?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Mohit. Mohit, the topic for you is, what is the most difficult job in this world according to you? Of course, except yours. What is the
Yeah.
most difficult job according to you in this world?
When as we were having the discussion on the topic Dharma, and it's similar to that. The most, I'm not talking when I'm saying job, I'm not literally mean by, I'm sure you also didn't mean by profession. Job means any task. So the most difficult task in the world is to control your mind. It's the most difficult. Meditation, not, I would say meditation is hard, but controlling your mind and your meditating is the most difficult thing in the world. If you can, if you are fighting physical fights and your wars and lots of things you are doing, but the most difficult thing is to get rid of your desires, that you want to conquer this entire world. That desire, or you want to have this, means to get rid of your desires and to control your mind is the most difficult thing in the world. And you talked about, Mayank, about the self awareness, and you were talking about that. So self awareness and this spirituality, these things are such things which we can't learn from. We can get some idea from the books, but the thing, these needs to be done practically. As we can, as we know, all those Shiva, Krishna, all those goddesses, they actually, how they became that? By self-awareness. And how that self-awareness came? Again, by meditating. Now, this meditation and meditating is very confusing nowadays, and people, when I say anything, even by meditation, even dharma, even if I say dharma, it can be confusing. People will say, like, what dharma? Which dharma are you talking about? Are you talking about the Muslim, Hindu, Jainism, Buddhism? But dharma has its own, it's like the nature, it's the universal thing. It's dharma is a law of nature. Whenever you do some certain things, like whenever you get angry, you will become sad. Whenever you will care for someone, when you will do something better for that person, you will be automatically feeling happy. And yeah, that's all I would say.
Wow, Mohit, that was so inspiring and so deep. I never expected this response or this answer to my question. Very nicely explained. Thank you so much. Are you a guest or a toastmaster of any other club, Mohit?
This is my first time experiencing Toastmaster, and yeah.
Okay, so maybe we'll have your introduction towards the very end, because we missed your introduction in the beginning, maybe. All right. Timer, do we have time for any further topics or not?
Then the one last one, guess Shivam want to try.
Okay, guess Shivam. You are in person, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, please go into the stage. Okay, guess Shivam. I'm giving you two choices, and you need to choose one and tell me why. First choice is I will give you 10 crore rupees today. And second choice is I will take you 10 years back with today's knowledge of the world that you have. The question for you is you have two choices. You need to choose one and tell me why. I give you 10 crore rupees today, or I'll take you back 10 years with the knowledge that you have today. What would you choose?
Let's see both the aspects here. At one side, we have money, 10 crore rupees. That's too much. Actually, if you ask me, that's enough to survive till the eternity. At the second, we're going back. We're going back in the past with the same knowledge and experience we have. My answer is to go back in the past and allow me to say why. Time is something that no one can buy. And if you allow me to go back with the same experience and learnings I have, that is something I cannot even buy it or get it. Even I become a crorepati, or even I become a trillionaire, a billionaire, or something like that. And there's some small thing I would like to say, that we all came here alone and we all go back alone. That money will not go with us. So the time I get with my friends, my family members, the moments I had, I would revisit them, and that is something I consider more than the money you present. So back to you, Toastmaster man.
Thank you. Thank you, guest Shivam. Time and money is always a conundrum and will always be. With that, I hand the stage back to our amazing Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mayank, for your wonderful table topic session and for all the volunteers who actually participated. It indeed was a great discussion. Because we have the paucity of time, without any further ado, I just hand over the virtual dash to Toastmaster Ashish for the general evaluation for the respective reports as well. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashish.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our TMOD Bhavesh and table topic master Mayank for those amazing topics. We are now in the very end of the section which we call evaluation. And here in the evaluation, we all will be given inputs with regard to what we did well and what can we do better. Just for all the table topic speakers, the comments are there in the chat box. You can read it, and later on I'll be also sharing a little bit of brief about on the table topics. But before that, let's first invite our speech evaluator, Toastmaster Dikshita, who's evaluating speech of Toastmaster Jyoti. With your huge round of applause, let's invite Toastmaster Dikshita on stage.
Hi, everybody. Today I'm here to give this, I'm the validator for Miss Jyoti. So, first of all, Jyoti, thank you for the beautiful speech. And I'm sure this topic resonates to all of us in some point of time. Okay. So, in terms of evaluation, I would say the storytelling part was amazing. Your stage utilization of stage was perfect. Hand gestures were perfect. And I'm not really sure about the way the shadows were used. Like it was perfect. I really like the way you introduced your siblings. It was done beautifully. Okay, because I have seen play long time back a pen to mine, and it reminded me of that. So I really loved it, enjoyed it thoroughly. On the humor part, I felt you could have worked a bit because at few parts I felt it was a bit dramatic, it was a bit dragged, but otherwise it was a good performance and the speech was perfectly the message was clear. Actually, thank you all.
Let's give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Dikshita for her debut as an evaluation. And as I mentioned, the debut was special because it helps us to start our learning journey. And it's never easy. It takes a lot of courage in order to take up the role and start your growth journey. And huge compliments to Toastmaster Dikshita for that. Just supplementing the speech feedback to you, Toastmaster Jyoti, as rightly mentioned by Toastmaster Dikshita, the way you introduced those character, the way you started your speech was super amazing. And I think with regard to humor is the one of the most difficult ones. We are more storytellers than humorous speakers, and the title or the purpose of the speech also was for you to identify your humor. I'm sure this would have given you a lot of introspection on what and how you're doing. I am also on a similar path, and I can empathize with you, and I know how tough is bringing the humor on the stage, which you did it very successfully. I think the elements of humor were sprinkled throughout the speech in the content and delivered very, very well. The As they say, the crux of the humor lies A in the content and B in the timing. And I think timing is the factor. As you practice more, you'll get better and better. Wish you all the very best. It was a pleasure to listen to your speech yet again. And for those of who might not know, Jyoti Meena is one of the renowned speaker, and she's won many speech contests, and I have kind of shared the stage or been with her in number of them, and we love hearing to you, Jyoti. So keep coming, and look forward for you to come again for our next speech. Now we move to the tag team, and first in the series of tag team, let me invite first the counter to come on the stage and share his report.
So thank you, Toastmaster. Before I come on to my report, I would just like to generalize thing that it is not the ideal situation to not use the filler words and the sounds we make. It's very natural. But what we can do is we can reduce it. Right? That can be done. And by reducing it, we can replace it as well by small pauses. We can take time to think and then continue with the speech instead of making sounds like ums or using the filler words. Now, coming to this report, so this is my observation, and as per that, Toastmaster Bhavesh has used the sounds as 5+ times, and the fillers actually, I think, and that can be replaced by some pauses. Then talking about Toastmaster Dikshita, she has used some filler words like right. Then talking about Toastmaster Komal, she has made sounds twice, and she has used filler word like multiple times. Then talking about Toastmaster Rashmi, so you have used the sounds sometimes. It's 3. That's all from my side. Back to you, General Evaluator Ashish.
Let's give a round of applause to our counter guest today for taking up that role. Amazingly well done. Thank you for your report. Now we move to our report of the grammarian, and we invite Toastmaster Rashmi to come on the stage and share her report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. So, starting with the good usage of English. So, these are not the fancy words, but these words or phrases had made the speeches effective. So, Toastmaster Bhavesh used the phrase hovering over my head, and the second you used sheer expert. Then Toastmaster Jyoti, in your speech, you have used really good vocabulary and phrases. Few of them were treated like a scrap car that you said to your brother. Then over the moon. Toastmaster Mayank, you used thunderous response. The guest, sorry, what's your name?
Shivam.
Guest Shivam, you used survive to the eternity. And Toastmaster Ashish, you used sprinkled throughout the speech. And word of the day was used by Toastmaster Bhavesh 3 times, Toastmaster Ashish 1 time, and phrase of the day was only used once throughout the meeting. by Toastmaster Ashish. Thank you.
Let's give a round of applause to our grammarian and as our professor is watching and observing that what all areas she did well and what all areas she did not do well. And that story is for some other day for the people who do not know it. Now we move to our timers report and would request our debutant timer to come on the stage and share his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. So, coming with the timings, most of them have completed their speeches within the time mentioned. So, coming to the prepared speech, there is Toastmaster Jyoti. Wonderful speech actually today. So, she had the actual time for the prepared speech was 5 to 7 minutes, but Jyoti completed in 6 minutes 36 seconds, which is within the time. Coming to the table topic speeches, Jyoti has completed in 1 minute 51 seconds. Ashish, Toastmaster Ashish has completed in 2 minutes 20 seconds. And Vishaka at 1 minute 54 seconds. Rashmi at 1 minute 14 seconds. Bhavesh is not included, right? Mohit at 2 minutes 30 seconds. Shivam, 1 minute 48 seconds. Then evaluations is also there. Yeah. So evaluations, Toastmaster Dikshita has completed in 58 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you so much, timer Toastmaster Kashyap. That was a crisp and amazing report. Now the quick time for my journal evaluation report. And I'll be taking around 3 to 4 minutes, and I would request timer to help me with the card once I'm done. If you guys can turn the camera, I can see everybody. That will be fantastic. So first and foremost, a huge round of applause for today, Toastmaster Sharad and Rashmi for holding the fort of EC. As we know, it's a festive time, and festive time arranging Toastmasters meeting is a difficult job. I've been through in the EC for a long period of time, and I can empathize with everybody who's turned up today. And kudos to Toastmaster Sharad and Rashmi for setting it up. It started a little late, but I think we owe us that bit of kindness, that bit of compassion to ourselves. As Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavesh shared that compassion is the basis of Dharma. And I think that the whole piece, when the posters were prepared by the EC and circulated about Krishna, I was pretty intrigued what all we are in store with, and what is this new thing Toastmaster Bhavesh is bringing to all of us. Just a reminder for all of us, Toastmaster says not to speak about the 3 taboo topic in a derogatory manner. It does not say that you cannot speak about these topics. And I think therefore, as long as we are not derogating anything, the stretching the boundaries and communicating our belief is amazing, because that's how we all become richer, we all become more knowledgeatic. And Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavesh today brought those components to us: knowledge, patience, love, dedication, and justice. What a lovely message. At least I had not gone through these components in this manner, the way he explained. And I think for that, he deserves a round of applause. May I request all of you to put your hands together? He explained it very nicely. He's a young professional in his 20s, but he appeared a pro on this dimension, which tell us 2 things. One, the quantum of the preparation which he would have done equally tell us that each one of us can also come up with topics which we are trying to learn. And you would have heard it from him that I'm not an expert, but I'm equally a learner. And I think he explained that extremely well. Kudos to you for that. And I think what I loved the most was the audience engagement. This was not, and such a topic can be like a lecture, like a gyan, as we call it in Hindi, communicating from one side to the other. But that was not the case. The way he engaged the audience was superb. Extremely well done. Full marks to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Keep coming back on the stage. Just one input for you. maybe the keeping of the order a little bit can help to stitch the discussion a bit better. Good news that you used the time pretty well. So we had a fewer speeches today, and you utilized the time very well. So I think that works well. In order for I'm home alone, I'll have to open the gate. Just allow me 10 seconds, please. Yes, I am back. My apologies for that small break. Coming back, so just keeping a note of the few points will help. Second key part is of table topic master. The way you started Toastmaster Mayank, reminding people of Rashmi's table topic, which was done a couple of time back. Tell me, buddy, how you guys get such kind of memories? I don't even remember what I ate last night. You're talking about who was table topic last to last time and what he or she spoke about. My goodness me, amazing! And I think the introduction part was very good. You brought in the relevance, or you brought in the importance of table topic to all of us. I think that was amazing. Also, you stitched the topic very nicely. The topics were a bit longish, but I think you did justice to that, right? You brought in the expert, or experienced Toastmaster. Expert is not the right word to talk about myself. Experienced Toastmasters, and also the new ones, and the whole session was conducted very, very well. Also, towards the end of it, you summarized that what the speaker was talking about. Maybe try and see that if the topic can be a little shorter, it makes it easier, right? You could cut down the irrelevant word and try to make the topic a little shorter. That's one input which you can work for the next time. Overall, amazing meeting on in the festive vibe. I think the topic, the theme of the day, and the way Toastmaster of the day led us, I was extremely engaged throughout. And I have, I go back enriched with regard to those principles which you have shared, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Kudos to you, and extremely well done overall. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the day, and then you could hand over to the presiding officer.
A big round of applause for Toastmaster. Actually, very comprehensive report, but I think we are forgetting one thing. Before we were actually going into the table topic session, Toastmaster Ashish asked me if I can actually come back to him. So I think we would love to hear your wrapping up thoughts around the theme, Toastmaster Ashish, because I think you'll be able to wrap up the session much more beautifully than I can ever do. So the stage is, of course, all to yours, and then I'll be handing the stage back to the presiding officer. Over to you, Ashish.
I feel a little bit of weight on my shoulders, but thanks, Bhavesh, for the opportunity. I honestly, my own spiritual journey, I perhaps think started a bit late, but last few years, I am into meditations, and I am into looking at what my brain is doing, what my thought is doing, the 5 dimensions which you spoke about so beautifully. I think they are very deep. They require a little bit of deeper understanding in order to even begin. I feel a bit kind of left behind when I hear people like Harsh in our Toastmasters group who is doing meditation 2 hours a day. And here is Ashish Agarwal finding it difficult to do it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes also. Yeah, but I think it's a journey, and the journey is beautiful, and the whole spiritual being of ours requires time, energy, prioritization. And I think your session today has brought it up on the fore on all the 5 dimensions, because I think whichever dimension we ignore come and bite us. So perhaps all of us have to work on all the 5. And we are at different stages, but I think thanks for spotlighting it for all of us, and at least I loved it.
Yeah, thank you. A big round of applause. I think in the end, I'd just like to say one thing, that whenever you meet a person and by your egoistic thought, if I may say so, you think that this person is not a spiritual being. Ask yourself first, aren't we all spiritual beings? We all are on our individual journey, ladies and gentlemen. it takes time for some of us to start. Some of us start a bit early. Toastmaster Harsh started very early in his life. Toastmaster Ashish took time, but it does not mean that Toastmaster Ashish does not have the spiritual elements inside of him, right? So, whenever you meet a person, just ask this question to yourself. We are all on our individual journeys. Let's not be judgmental, jump up the gun, and just be compassionate and practice dharma. One thing again, I'm sure this is my last statement. I think guest Mohit said that whenever we use this word dharma, we immediately go to religion, because in today's day and age, dharma into English translated into religion. But according to Bhagavad Gita, according to Mahabharata, dharma is not religion. Dharma is in English means righteousness. Righteousness in your act, demeanor, duties. So do not confuse the word dharma with religion. Religions are, of course, Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, etc. etc. Dharma is how you act, how you behave, and how you carry yourself. With that, I'd like to wrap up this session and would love to invite the presiding officer, Toastmaster Sharad. A big round of applause, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Bhavesh, for the wonderful session we have today. And with this, I'll request you all to vote for your favorite role players. Voting links are in the guest group, and I think you all are in that group. If anybody is not there, do let us know. And while you are taking out time and voting your favorite role players, I would like to have a feedback from our guests. So, Mohit, would you like to give them a feedback about the meeting? How would you like it today?
Yes, I really enjoyed the energy here, and everyone was very sportive and helping each other and talking about spirituality. I would like to tell you, before, I come from Rajasthan, a village background. I stay mostly in deserts or maybe in mountains. Right now, 2 days back or one day back only, I came in Gurgaon. It's just to experience the city life. Before that, for 10 days, I was meditating. I was silent for 10 days. And I do Vipassana meditation. I was in Vipassana meditation. From there, on that time also, I met a lot of people from Gurgaon and Delhi during that meditation time. And yeah, so everyone is talking about spirituality, and yeah, it's wonderful. I love it.
Thank you, Mohit. And glad to know that you are also done Vipassana meditation. We have one more Toastmaster we have, which has recently completed Vipassana meditation. So I would glad if you come regularly to our meeting.
Sure, sure.
Like to know feedback from Vishakha.
Again, I had a wonderful time. The theme of the day really resonated with me personally, interests me a lot. And I think Bhavesh did a fabulous job of taking us through the 5 pillars. And even the table topics was very well structured by Mayank. And I'm glad last time when I had come, I had chickened out and not participated in the table topic. So this time I'm glad I volunteered and managed to speak something. So I only hope to get better and looking forward to the next session as well.
Thank you so much, Vishakha, for joining today. I would like Shivam to come and give his feedback.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharad, not only for inviting me, also for conducting this wonderful session. I've been a Toastmaster for 2 years, and then due to professional commitments, I need to take a break. And it's been around 1 year. I've not been in a Toastmaster session. So yes, it was a revitalizing session for me. And along with that, it has made me think why I started with this journey. And here in Toastmasters, I think it's a place where you explore and express. You express your thoughts, your experience, and this was one of the reasons why I wanted to continue with this journey. Right now, I'm still in a dilemma to continue this session due to professional commitments, but I'm very much thinking to continue the same. Back to you, Toastmaster Sharad, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Shivam, for joining us today. And yes, if you have any query regarding joining, you can approach to us anytime. So with this, I see all of you have done voting. Is there anybody who is left yet? So far, we have 10 responses. So let's announce the best auxiliary role player of the day. Any guesses? This is among timer Toastmaster Kashyap, grammarian Toastmaster Rashmi, and our counter guest Shivam.
Goes towards the office.
Yeah, it's a very tie between all of three, but yeah, the one who wins is Toastmaster Rashmi.
Great. Guys, if you can I have your phone? Analyzing that.
With this, move on to the next favorite role player for table topics. And the participants are Toastmaster Jyoti, Toastmaster Ashish, guest Vishakha, Toastmaster Rashmi, Toastmaster Bhavesh, guest Mohit, guest Shivam. Any guesses?
Mohit.
Yeah, I agree, Mohit.
Absolutely correct, Dikshita. It's guest Mohit. Huge round of applause for Mohit. Can we have someone from virtual audience to take a pic?
Screenshot would do good.
Yeah, I'll just make a spotlight.
Spotlight was good.
Do I need to click on any option?
Yeah, you don't need to worry. You just wave your hand like this, and
Like this?
yes, yes. Who is clicking this?
Who is taking the picture?
With the other hand.
Mayank, would you take the pic?
I won't be able to send that out because of the organization restrictions in the laptop.
Okay. Dikshita, would you like to take the pic?
Dikshita, Ashish.
All right, I'll be taking the pic. It's all right.
Thank you. So, would it work for you?
Yeah. Mohit, just again, show your hand again. Awesome. Yes, perfect.
Thank you. Now the next one is the best role player. This is among the TMOD of the day, Toastmaster Bhavesh, Table Topic Master Toastmaster Mayank, and the General Evaluator Toastmaster Ashish. Any guesses?
Bhavesh. Bhavesh.
100% Bhavesh.
Yeah, it's the Toastmaster Bhavesh. For the best speech, prepared speeches and best speech evaluator, we have only today one speaker and evaluator, but I think both of them have done a great job. And if there are many, I would say they would stand apart from them. So many kudos to you, Toastmaster Jyoti and Toastmaster Dikshita, for your evaluation and speeches. Thank you. And thank you everyone for joining today's session, and let's have a Zoom feed.
Yeah.
So you can have a heart emojis, and in person can come in the camera.
Who is taking the zone B?
I think Ashish, can you help us?
Anyone? Dikshita, Ashish. Ashish, you're on mute.
I won't be able to click. We need somebody's help to click.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it actually.
Screenshot anybody can take?
I'll be helping out, yes.
I'm just trying to react as
Okay. But we need to choose
Screenshot
someone
I can do.
you can come.
Is someone able to take the
I'll take it.
screenshot?
Yeah, Jyoti is doing that.
Yeah, exactly. All set? Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
One more, guys, one more. Lovely. Yes, done.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Lovely meeting.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Next
everyone.
week.
Bye.
Have a happy weekend. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great day ahead. Thank
You too. Bye.